got a condo in Manhattan. Baby girl, what's happening? You and your ass invited, so gonna get to clapping. Go pop it for a plan, pop it for me. Turn around and drop it for a plan, drop it for me. I'll rent a beach house in Miami.
I could listen to this all day long. I am Bruno Mars. Jason Nathanson has been partying with the celebrities all night long. Good morning, ABC News entertainment correspondent Jason Nathanson.
Aren't we all a little Bruno Mars this morning?
I pulled a muscle watching him dance last night.
You know what? And I love Bruno Mars too. I really do. I think he's a national treasure, and certainly with all the Grammy love that he got last night. But of the performances last night, I did not think he stuck out to me. I mean, he was good, and I love the song with him and Cardi B, and the finesse video and the tribute to In Living Color. I enjoy it, but I don't know. I think when it came, and this was a little bit of my problem with the awards last night, Bruno Mars is the safe choice. You know what you're going to get. He's fun. He's going to dance around, and he's fantastic. But you know what you're going to get. A guy like Kendrick Lamar, who opened the show, you have no idea what you're going to get, and it's something different, and it's artistic at the same time. And when it came to the awards, they gave it to the popular safe guy, Bruno Mars, over a guy like Kendrick Lamar or Jay-Z, who maybe have a little bit more to say in their lyrics.
All right, fair enough. Now, with that being said, let's talk about U2 for a moment. It seemed to me that was recorded on the barge in front of the Statue of Liberty.
It was,
okay.
Because at the end, they said, "Blessed are the S-hole countries, for they gave us the American dream." That was bleeped on TV. It was also bleeped on my feed backstage. And my feed, usually if they bleep something, it doesn't
right.
affect my feed.
Right.
So it was ducked out there. So that was recorded.
Gotcha. Because the sun was going down. Now the sun was still up. You could still see the sun in the horizon. That just didn't make any sense to me. But overall, he takes out a blowhorn, and I didn't understand a word he said until I went to the internet to tell me what he said.
Yeah, it was kind of tough to know what was going on there, but really that was more about the visual thing of them with the Statue of Liberty, and also it was to honor the show being in New York, but it turned into this whole thing about immigration and dreamers because you had the speech from Camila Cabello from giving her speech about dreamers before then, so it kind of turned political there.
Yeah. Speaking of turning political, I guess Hillary Clinton's getting some criticism this morning.
Yeah, because she showed up there at the end. They did this whole bit about who's going to get the Grammy next year for Best Spoken Word Album, because it usually goes to somebody who reads a book. So they audition people to read the book Fire and Fury, right? Which is the anti-Trump administration tome. And it was really funny. They had DJ Khaled do it, Cardi B do it, who was really funny. But then at the end, the surprise cameo was Hillary Clinton doing it, which it was a funny bit, and inside the arena, everybody loved it. But then on Twitter, you go to, say, Donald Trump Jr., who really took a shot at Hillary Clinton, saying, "Getting to read a fake news book excerpt at the Grammys seems like a great consolation prize for losing the presidency." Yeah, I mean, that's funny and pointed.
Well, that was funny. But Nikki Haley, I don't want music and politics to go together. Where has she been the last 100 years?
She wrote, "Don't ruin great music with trash. Some of us love music without the politics thrown in." And you know what? I got to say, I understand that, because as I'm watching this, and it's funny, just from comedy's sake, it was a funny bit, and I appreciate that. But I know the rest of the country, or big sections of the country are groaning at that kind of stuff.
Right.
Because it's so one-sided. It's always one-sided with the comedy. Or any of the statements. So, I get that. And music is supposed to be maybe a little more than movies and maybe a little more than TV shows. Music is the great equalizer. It's something we can all sit in the car and enjoy, right? So when you throw politics in, it changes the tone.
And then the least funniest man of the night was Dave Chappelle.
Really?
Well, his acceptance speech was, "Thanks. See you tomorrow."
I loved that acceptance speech, and I don't know why it caught me right, but yeah, he got up there, he thanked a couple of people. He said thanks, for finally winning some kind of award. and then said, "See you Monday." And the way he said it was kind of like he was the guy in the office who was like leaving for the weekend. He's like, "Okay, see you Monday." But you're at the Grammys. I don't know. The way he did it, I really enjoyed his dry sense of humor. He came backstage, wanted to ask him about that kind of stuff, but he didn't actually talk to us, which was disappointing.
Finally, Lorde getting criticized for being the only one not performing for Record of the Year or something.
Yeah, she's not getting criticism, but the Grammys are, because she's the only woman nominated for Album of the Year. And last night you saw the other nominees: Kendrick Lamar, Childish Gambino, Bruno Mars. They all got up there and performed. Jay-Z didn't. I don't know I think that was probably his choice. But Lorde was not given a slot to perform. It depends on what we read over the weekend was that they did not give her a slot. So backstage afterwards, I asked the producers. I said, was that a mistake that you didn't give her a slot? And they said, well, we have a box to fill. We only have a certain amount of time, blah, 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 blah. But you had Sting on stage like 12 times last night. You had U2 up there a couple times.
All right.
Patti LuPone, whose performance was fantastic, but maybe it's a little more relevant to give it to Lorde,
right,
who's actually nominated for a Grammy.
Yeah, Patti LuPone singing a song from 1981. Very nice,
right,
but
not relevant.
Right.
I mean, a show-stopping performance, but not exactly relevant to what's going on.
Jason Nathanson with all the backstage gossip and dirt, ABC News correspondent. Thanks, Jason. Have a good day.